Welcome to HobbyHub, where we help you discover and engage with hobbies and communities that match your interests. Let's dive in our demo. First, we start with the register page. Here, you'll be asked to enter some basic information to help set up your account. In the name field, fill your full name. So I'll enter Alex Nakamoto. Next, provide a Gmail address. And finally, secure a password for your account. Press register. Then our data will be processed and we will be redirected to the login page. It's a quick and secure way to ensure our account is ready to go. Now we find ourselves in the login page. We'll use our credentials we just created to access a new account. So I'll enter my Gmail and the password and press login. Once we submit our credentials, the system verifies them. And if everything matches, you're logged into the platform. If you're a first-time user, you'll notice the initial step involves completing a short questionnaire. This helps us understand your preferences to provide personalized hobby recommendations. Let's start by selecting our preferences. I'm interested in both indoors and outdoors, in the arts. I also like to do something with learning. As you can tell, this app automatically detects and displays your postal code, but I also have to select an age range. After filling the basic information, press confirm and continue to the next step. Now, based on the information provided, our patented hobby matching algorithm goes to work. Here, it displays a variety of hobbies tailored to our interests. For this demo, I'm particularly interested in museums. Based on my selection and location, the app now lists all sorts of museums around me. I'm interested in art, so I'll select the Yun-Chen Museum of Art. Here, we see detailed information about Yun-Chen Museum of Art, including the address, the tags that categorize this hobby, and it does look perfect for anyone interested in arts. So to join a visit, simply press sign up. And if I wanted to, I could also unsign up. But let's press back. Now you're all set. You're signed up to visit the Yun-Chen Museum of Art. We're now on the communities page, where you can see in the bottom of our app. This is where our algorithm suggests various community groups based on your interest you selected during the questionnaire stage, or if you've modified your hobbies in the profile. So there are lots of interesting communities I see on this screen right now. Since I recently got into cooking, I'll choose the Cooking Matters community. It seems perfect for beginners like me. Just like joining a hobby, I'll press sign up to join this community. I can also read about the details and see some pictures on Cooking Matters. And just like that, I joined the community. It's that simple to connect with people who share similar interests. Now let's take a look at my profile. Here's my profile. Since the account is new, I don't have a picture uploaded yet, but I'll add one in my free time. As you can see, the app has already tracked that I've joined one hobby and one community. This helps keep everything organized and accessible. Your profile is also where you manage your personal settings. Check your joined communities and hobbies, and update your interests if they change over time. This wraps up our demonstration on how you can explore and join communities, as well as manage your profile.
In this presentation, we are going to discuss the higher level technical details for HobbyHub. In this slide, I will introduce some key features of our HobbyHub app. And HobbyHub is designed to provide a central hub for exploring and diving into new interests and hobbies. Let's first start with the profile section. Here at HobbyHub, we understand the importance of personalization. Users can customize their profiles to not only tailor their interests, but also control how others see them. This customization enhances the user experience by ensuring that the hobby recommendations they receive are highly personalized and relevant. Next, let's move on to communities. Hobby Hub isn't just about individual hobbies, it's also about connecting with others. Our app helps users learn about local communities that are tailored specifically to them. This feature makes it easy to find like-minded individuals and groups nearby, enhancing their social interactions and engagement within their hobby circles. And lastly, hobbies, the core of our app. Hobby Hub leverages advanced matching algorithms to recommend hobbies that match the user's personalized profiles. This means that the hobbies you see are curated specifically for you based on your interests and previous activities within the app. Moving on to the user interface, we made sure to develop the UI while keeping in mind that our app is specifically tailored for elderly users. Firstly, we made sure to have text signifiers for actions. As you can see here, for the sign up button, we put a little label saying click to sign up so that users know what the button is going to do. And down here, click to leave group so that users know how they're able to leave the group that they signed up for. So this allows users to know what each button will do and allows for easy user flow. Next, we made sure to incorporate dark high contrast colors as seen here, which emphasize key points of the app such as the hobby section or each individual hobby such as hiking and so on, so that users know the context of each page. And now let's move on to our user demo. So here is a technical overview of HobbyHub. So first we have our cutting edge tooling, which involves Swift for the front end and then Rust for the back end. And then we have a matching algorithm that accurately matches hobbies and communities based on user interests. And then we have our high performance backend, which involves NGINX Ingress plus Actix plus MongoDB. So first, I'm going to talk about Swift. So developing the HobbyHub app with Swift for iOS offers numerous advantages, including superior performance, enhanced safety features, and seamless integration within the Apple ecosystem, which many users use. Swift's compatibility with Swift UI facilitates the creation of accessible, user-friendly interfaces, which are essential for elderly users. Leveraging Swift also allows for advanced iOS-specific functionalities and better long-term support from Apple, ensuring that HobbyHub remains technologically relevant and highly performant. So next, we're going to move into our backend. So here's just a brief introduction to the architecture behind HobbyHub. So first, we have our users who will submit their personal info regarding hobbies and interests through the questionnaire onto our mobile app. And our mobile app will share that into our backend, which then will generate recommendations based on their info and feed that back into the mobile app, which users are then able to access and view in order to gather customized and personalized hobbies. So here is going to be a closer look at our backend. So requests first come in and are first handled by an Ingress server running NGINX that serves as a load balancer. Requests are forwarded to different backend servers based on load, and these servers running the Rust web framework Actix actually process these requests. This is where the matching algorithm is executed to generate recommendations. Depending on the kind of request, the database server, which runs an instance of MongoDB, might be contacted for specific user information or content about hobbies and communities. In this in this way, the backend is secure and scalable, and individual pieces may be updated or undergo maintenance as needed without affecting the entire system. And here is HobbyHub's matching algorithm. So this is just a bit brief look at how it works. So our matching algorithm for HobbyHub utilizes a sophisticated blend of techniques to connect users with with hobbies that align perfectly with their interests. By employing a combination of vector space modeling, collaborative filtering, and content-based filtering, we can create personalized recommendations based on both user profile data and the attributes of various hobbies. This method not only considers direct user inputs such as preferences and past activities, but also leverages patterns derived from similar users' behaviors to suggest highly relevant hobbies. Additionally, the algorithm is enhanced with machine learning to refine its predictions over time, incorporating feedback to continually improve its accuracy and user satisfaction. This strategic approach ensures that each user receives tailored dynamic hobby suggestions that enhance engagement and enrich their experience on the platform. So here on the left, we can see the questionnaire. In the middle is just a brief overview of the matching algorithm. And vector space modeling, and on the right is a deeper look onto how vector space modeling actually works. So here we have arts, outdoors, and sports. These are just like some of the categories. And as you can see with these two blue arrows on the sides, these are relevant hobbies, uh, relevant hobbies to these topics, such as outdoors, which correlates with hiking, and sports, which correlates with basketball. And based on the questionnaire that the users input, we will generate a user vector that that creates um, that we are able to use to determine what we will recommend, as we will find the closest 10 hobbies vectors, the users, using cosine similarity, which then will be able to create recommendations.
So now let's talk about the challenges that we faced throughout the project and how we managed to resolve them. As you can see from the chart below, this was our roles and expectations chart for each group member. We had a project manager whose job would be to oversee the entire project and plan out different stages of our mobile app development. Then we had two programmers, a lead programmer and a programmer, whose jobs were to implement the technical details of the mobile app. And we had a UI UX designer whose job was to streamline the user interface, make sure that it's very user friendly for our target audience. And last but not least, we had a software tester whose job was to test the functionality of our mobile app and make sure that we were matching all the user requirements that we set for ourselves. The problem with these role assignments was that oftentimes we would see a great imbalance in the workload of different roles. For example, at the beginning of our project development, the lead programmer and the programmer were the ones who had the most work to do, and the software tester was the one with the least work to do, because obviously we didn't have any software that needed testing yet. So the way we resolved this challenge was that we required each member to do the same amount of work as all the other members, even if it involves stepping out of their roles and doing more than what is expected of them. For example, we would ask the software tester to help the lead programmer and the programmer along with their technical development. And sometimes the project manager would have to help out the UI UX designer or maybe the programmers as well in their work, so that we can achieve an evenly distributed workload across all our team members. The second challenge we faced was creating a meeting schedule that worked for all members of the team. At the beginning of the semester, we plan to use the agile development method for our mobile app. We plan to have 2-week sprints, and we wanted weekly or even daily scrum meetings where each team member could give the rest of the team updates on their work. However, as the semester progressed, our schedules got a lot busier than we expected, and we didn't really have time to hold meetings every day. Sometimes we would also run into exam weeks where little progress was made throughout the team, and the sprint would have to be delayed to the next week. To resolve these issues, we decided to create an adapted version of Agile development, which we call Agile Development 2.0. In our new method, we avoided placing sprints on exam weeks as well as the week before, and we opted to use daily message form updates, plus an in-person meetup every weekend, instead of the daily scrum meetings. This greatly improved the flexibility of our development, as now we did not have to worry about exams conflicting with our work, and we also did not have to worry about each other's class schedules when scheduling meetings. That's all for our EEX 497 final project demo. Thank you for watching.